James is here to do my bridal makeup, which is what I am wearing right now.
Hey guys, so I'm not back.
Bye sisters! Hello guys and welcome back to another flipping Simple Joe flipping video. We're back and I'm buzzing guys. So much drama has gone off within YouTube. We all know it has guys. It's been pretty mental guys. First I want to talk about what the hell am I in my suit? Two reasons guys. Firstly, I'm going to, you know, the award ceremony for university, well, soon anyway. Time this comes out can be after, you know what I mean. So I want to test it out. And secondly, I did a TikTok. If you want to follow me, Simple Joe on TikTok, guys. I literally wear this for one of the videos because it's really cool. It's a duet. So if you want to watch that, you can do, guys. Simple Joe TikTok. But let's get into the juicy gossip. But before we start, like I've said again, guys, we've got 5 shout outs. I said last time, guys, if the first 5 people to put how fast they did it, I mean 2 people responded, but I've just chosen a few more as well to put in here for shout out. So shout out, number 1 shout out goes to Mr. Brett Parker. You're good dude, mate. I went to school with you, Brett Parker. Number 1 shout out, it's good, does some cool content. Second shout out is Johnny Matthews. Yeah, big shout out to you, Johnny Matthews. He put cringe on my last video. Let's go. Number 3 shout out is Talis Ti. Big shout out to you, bro. Number 4 shout out is Nustep Shout Studios. Does amazing animation on YouTube. Definitely check him out. Over 10k, absolutely extraordinary. And number 5 is Toby. Iwan, I think it's Ivan, yeah, Toby Ivan, number 5 shout out. And if you want to win a shout out, guys, all you gotta do is comment and subscribe and like the video, guys. And next video, you could be in with a chance of winning a shout out. Boosh! Yes, guys. So we know the juicy gossip, guys. We know Jimmy Charles and Tati, you know, had a bit of engagement, you know, not engagement, so to speak. They've had a little bit of a conflict type of thing. A bit of a falling out that's gone viral and is massive, you know what I mean? But I don't want to talk about too much what's going on with them. I want to talk about the aftermath of it. But obviously, we need to sum it up. You know, it's loads of videos that summing it up. But I'm going to briefly sum it up to what I think and what I've seen happen. So, guys, we know Jamie Charles and Tati, if it's Tati, that's however you say it. You know, they had a bit of a conflict, you know. Originally, Jamie Charles and Tati were like the best of friends, you could say, you know. Apparently, Jamie Charles said that Tati was literally a mother figure to him and he looked up to her and she like, kind of got him to where he was, you know. She started out obviously as a 17-year-old at the time, Jamie Charles, you know. She kind of took him on board, you know, in the old makeup scene and helped him and, you know, direct him in the right decision and made him grow, which he did. And, you know, obviously, we know Jamie Charles overtook Tati, you know, and was initially on 16, 17 million originally, I think, when the, at his peak. And then, roughly what's happened, what I've heard, is that now Tati obviously made a 43-minute video. You know, she went in depth. I didn't want to hold it up, but a lot of it, and she went in detail about how he's basically backstabbed him, you know, how she's helped him so much, and when it comes to, oh, him helping me out, he's not, you know, with the products as well, trying to promote her product, he's kind of promoting rival products. And I think he's done things that a best friend shouldn't do and a friend shouldn't do. He's kind of done things behind her back, especially what she's done for him, you know. It's not just any friend, it's like, especially her, it's like the best of the best. Like, she was there for him, she helped him, she kind of made him the person he is, obviously, do you know what I mean, in some respects. And I think that's why it's so hurtful to Tati. And like she said, she never wanted to make a video on it and she never wanted to hurt James Charles at all, you know, but it had to come to a video to make him listen. And obviously we got the response from James, and you know, he listened to it and he kind of dodged every single bullet, didn't he? He kind of dodged every single bullet. He kind of listened to what she said and kind of apologized, but in a different way. He was kind of not really answering the point which she was making and saying, okay, I've done wrong. It was kind of dodging it, and I believe everyone deserves a second chance. I really do, and I believe everyone makes mistakes, and you know, we should move on from it. Which I definitely think with Jamie Charles, I think he will overcome this, you know, and I think he will come back stronger, you know. And but I mean, it's just shocking really to see how many subscribers he lost, because this Tati video has really affected him, you know what I mean. And I've heard as well, maybe he said he'll pay her to take it down, stuff like that. I mean, these are maybe rumours a little bit, but it's gone to the extent that he's lost such a fan base and he's such in the wrong books at the minute. It's unbelievable. It's kind of destroyed his career. There's so many memes out there saying James Charles has basically lost his career from this, like literally lost his career. Like Tati had literally made him and destroyed him that quick, do you know what I mean? And what I'm gathering, literally pretty much, his stock count just kept going down. Literally, he was on 17 million, should I say, and he's literally like on 40 million at the minute, and he's going down by the minute. Like, I personally think he would probably go to like 5 million, maybe 8 million. I think what people are trying to do is let Tati overtake, because she's like the fastest growing YouTube channel at the minute with 9 million currently, and well, just over, you know, and she was only on like 6 million at the time this all happened. So, you know, you can see how people have changed people. It's how people are unswerving from James Charles and going on to Tati, you know. And like I said, guys, I still think people deserve a second chance. I feel like I don't personally think James Charles knew what he was doing. Personally, I think the thing maybe got to his head a little bit, you know, because it is what is well known, you know what I mean? He's massive, you know, the products he has and everything, like, he is a massive icon up there, and he's done a mistake, and I feel like maybe he's not, you know, maybe he's not understood what's happened, you know what I mean? Because when you're in that industry, you're top of the game, you know, and people are saying yes to you, you know, you got managers, you got all that, they're like, yes, whatever you want, we'll do, and it takes one person or something just to go wrong, and someone will pick up it, like Tati, you know. As a friend, she said he changed, you know, he wasn't himself, you know, things have changed, what happened, you know, using her and all that stuff, you know, and it takes one person to call him out on it, and it can all fall apart, you know what I mean, and it takes time, and this was what happened right now, you know. James Charles at the minute is a bit of a mess. No one knows what's going to happen with him, you know. The drama's still going on. Neither of them at the minute have made a video, you know. Obviously, at the time this how they might have, you know. So it's all a bit up in the air. I want to know your comments in the description, in the comments, not the description, in the comments, guys. What you think of the whole drama, you know. Because at the minute, you know, we had the initial KSI Logan Paul, all that stuff, you know. Especially Logan Paul with his Forest video and all that, guys. But he didn't even lose way as many as he did, you know what I mean? James Charles has lost triple, if not more, the amount of subscribers Logan Paul did. You know, people say, oh, Logan Paul's career's ended. It's not really ended. It's actually grown more since then, do you know what I mean? Yes, he lost a quite big chunk of subscribers, but I don't even think he got anywhere near 1 million. I think it was like 500,000 or something, maybe. My facts wrong, but now he's on 90 million. Like, he did not really lose a lot. He went down a chunk to like 17 million from 18 or something, and then just bounced up. So he didn't lose that much, but James Charles has literally lost like 3 million, I think, at the minute, which is pretty crazy, guys, if you think about it. Like, that's a lot of subscribers. You know, to me, I'm only on 3 and flipping thousand, so, you know, which is amazing. But, like, to me, I could not imagine that numbers, imagine losing that many, let alone gaining them. You know, he got the world record for losing a million in 24 hours, which is ridiculous, and no one ever think would have happened, you know what I mean? But it's just crazy how something no one even knew about, you know. Obviously, it kind of started when James Charles bought his concert tickets. You know, they were £500. £500 just to get a little goodie bag and meet James Charles, which, I mean, is very expensive. I personally think a lot of fan meets should be free, but that's me personally. Maybe if I got bigger, the people might say, oh, but you should charge, which I feel like someone's meeting you, they're already doing you a favour by watching your videos, subscribing to you, you know. I don't understand you need money to carry on creating content and stuff like that, but you get so much money from other things and products, let alone do you have to spend that much on, you know, tickets, you know. I understand a little bit of a fee, maybe £10, £20, £50 at max, but half a grand. You know, you can go and see actual singers and actually pop at live concerts for, I mean, cheaper than that. Do you know what I mean? You can see the biggest band for that. You can go to weekend concerts for less than that, you know what I mean? And he was charging that, which was ridiculous. I don't know if the tour skill is going on. I think it's not, well, with the current situation. And, you know, I think he just started from here where it all just changed for him, you know? I feel like he's had a bit of a wake-up call. Let's give him a wake-up call. Maybe he maybe not deserves to lose that many subs, and maybe I don't know the full ins and outs, but definitely I think he needs a wake-up call, and I think this is what it is, and I think Tati has done him. In a way, it's horrible to say, but he's done him every favour, because what she's done is she's called him out. She's not being horrible. You know, I watched a lot of the video, and she's not being horrible. She's not being, you know, she's not trying to get payback. She's not trying to get his growth. She's just making him aware that what you're doing isn't right, and he shouldn't be doing for a friend, you know. So I totally respect Tati for doing that, and the growth she's getting, I understand completely, you know. The video went viral as well, you know, and obviously James Charles did as well. But I think at the minute, and this is what I really want to talk about, is what's the next step? What is James Charles' next step? What is he gonna do next now? You know, and personally, I think Tati will upload another video after a week or so. I think she's gonna leave for a bit. But James Charles, what's his next plan? If I'm honest, as a viewer and as a creator, he needs time off, you know? Look what Logan Paul did. He took time out, and he kind of changed his career around. He kind of fixed it in some ways. Obviously, it wasn't right what he did, but he kind of changed it in his best way he could. And that is what James Charles needs to do. He needs to think what he's done. Personally, I think he needs to reach out to Tati somehow, maybe give her a bit of time, then do that, but behind closed doors, you know, not on camera, no nothing, you know. And then I feel like he needs a bit of time away, you know, just remember that you're a creator and there's people watching, you know, and you don't want to get too big-headed, you know what I mean? Because that's the worst thing you can do, you know what I mean? People can see what I feel with, like Tati did, you know? Just be genuine, you know? He made amazing, he grew by being genuine, by being himself, you know. It wasn't always, oh, I'm the best and all that, oh, I'm better than you and that. You don't need to be like that. He made his growth and he made what he is with the help of Tati and, you know, other people and himself as well, you know. And I feel like maybe he just lost himself a little bit, you know, the last couple of months with obviously the £500 tickets, maybe just thinking money more than actual creating and, you know, thinking about other things, you know what I mean? And, you know, I think he'd maybe put himself first, maybe, you know what I mean? You know, so I think he just needs to take a little bit of time, just take him away from the whole social media, you know, have a step back, take a month or 2 or 3, you know, and just realise what you've done. And like I said, in some ways, it could not be a massive thing, but especially in the YouTube industry, it's a massive deal what he's done, you know, how he's backstabbed, and, you know, essentially that's what he's done, you know, and it doesn't go down well, you know what I mean? He won't, and he needs to think about one, because the apology video wasn't really sincere, in my opinion. I think a lot of people saw through that. It was kind of like, okay, I've got to make a video, I need to back myself up, you know, this video, you know. He should have gone about it differently and it could have been a different outcome, you know. But I just feel like what he needs to do now, like I said, take a little bit of time back, you know. You need some time back, you know. What do you think, guys think as well? Let me know in the comments. But I personally think he needs a little bit of time out. Think about it, like I said, go to Tati, have a little conversation. And then I think maybe, does he address the situation and move on? It's two different things. In part of me, I think he should just move on, forget about the whole situation, make another video. I know he's lost so many and, you know, it's going to be hard to get on the map, you know what I mean? It's going to be hard, but he's got to focus on himself now and obviously try and focus on his friends and family and people around him, making sure he's treating everyone else right before he focuses again on YouTube, and then get himself back together, you know, and do what he loves to do. His beauty, his product, you know, he's amazing at doing that. He can focus on that, you know. Do I think he should make another video? I don't know. I think he probably will, and maybe he probably should do, you know, maybe readdressing the video and maybe just saying what's actually happened and the truth a little bit, not lying, you know, not cutting around stuff, actually just saying and just owning it. Because I think the thing is, if he owned what he did and apologised in a sincere way, I don't think he would barely lose any subscribers. I don't think he would have. I think it's because he kind of didn't own what he said and he was kind of, you know, saying he was wrong in certain ways. So I understand what he did, but it's just
Needed to hop on, answer some questions, and
1 week ago, I uploaded a video to my YouTube channel titled Tati.
Oh dear me. Dear me. Yes guys, I mean, I'm a little bit slow with editing, which is why this part of the video is here, guys. So I've decided to make literally a massive long video about the whole story of, you know, what's been happening with James Charles and Tati, and put it all into one from the beginning to the end type of thing, because originally the first 10 minutes of the video, that was just going to go up. It was just going to be the James Charles and Tati situation, you know, and how I saw James Charles in more of a bad light and I thought Tati was in the right. But now it's all kind of changed, guys. Like, I'm a little bit slow with editing. I finally finished university. Yes guys, which means this is why this video is coming to you today, because obviously I'm putting this to the other video, so you get what I mean. I'm kind of just putting this on the end of it because I'm just doing a whole summer review, because obviously I'm a bit of a slow with editing, meaning James Charles re-uploaded another video. Yes, he's uploaded another video saying no more lies, which has changed my whole perspective. It's literally changed my mindset. It really has, you know. I look at everything completely different. I look at Tati in the bad light now and not James Charles. People may disagree with me and maybe not, and the sub counts I showed it, you know, literally James Charles sub count and Tati's were just swapping again. As soon as he uploaded that video, no lies, woo, boom, literally. But then I say that, I have seen James Charles, he's gone back under 50 million again, so I don't know what is happening. He literally went to 15.5 million and then he's lost him again, so I don't know what's happening, but he's still on 14 and almost 15 million anyway, so he's gone up from what he was originally anyway. But literally, the video no lies, and
I know I got emotional in the video, I apologize, it was something very, very hard for me to do.
I don't know if it was meant to do this to you, but it got me. It got me in terms of, I agree with what James Charles is saying now, literally. Like, I feel like Tati has kind of done it in a bit of a selfish way, because I even said she should have first gone to him behind cameras. You didn't need cameras. Cameras didn't need to get involved in this situation, in the beef that was going on. With the things James Charles did, like I said, Logan Paul did much worse and didn't lose many subscribers. He's done a little thing that is between them. It's between them, not the Logan Paul situation was kind of involving everyone who's seen it. He's done it behind closed doors, you know. Let them deal with that. I feel like this could have got sorted without videos. But because it's videos, James Charles got all the stick for it. And I agree. And at the first time, I agree with it. I think Tati was in the right. But now I've watched James Charles say no lies. I genuinely believe what he's saying. I genuinely believe he's justified himself. And if I'm honest, if he uploaded that first before the other video, it would have been a completely different reception. Tati would not have got the subscribers she got, and obviously James Charles would not have lost as many. I generally think, I feel like James Charles has took that time, a little bit of a time out, and he's realised what he needed to do, which was make a video saying what the truth is. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he's got evidence, he's got screenshots, he's got everything. He was there in the situations. Him, Tati, they're involved in it. They know what happened, and I feel like James Charles has literally done the best video he possibly could have done, and he's changed it all around, and that is what happened. And I'm agreeing with him. He's done the right thing. He's uploaded another video because he thought, okay, I'm not, you know, okay, he uploaded a video, it weren't great, it was really avoiding all the areas. But this video, brilliant, no more lies. He's covered every single base you can do, and he's just been true, and he's been honest, and that's what he needed to do in the first video, and he would not have been as bad with losing subscribers. But he's flicked it around, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, Tati's not so many subscribers, she's over 10 million still, and I think she'll keep him. James Charles, I think will get 50 million, and will be roughly about there, so it's helping both find some count. Well, not obviously James Charles, but it's helped Tati out, and obviously it's helped James Charles growing back up again. But to be honest, it's all a bit of a mess situation, isn't it? But I do feel like James Charles has kind of cleared it up now. I feel like the no lies, he's just done it, and I really want them just to move on from it now. I feel like, you know, James Charles addressed all the situation, you know, everything that happened about him asking straight boys to question themselves and stuff like that, which he's explained everything, and I generally believe James Charles did not do anything in a horrible or malicious way, and he got consent from the people, you know, he was talking to and all that. So I really don't think he's done anything in any malicious or horrible way. I feel like Tati has changed it a little bit. You know, the first 10 minutes I was agreeing with Tati what she was saying, but I don't. I've said all along, I wish, and they should have done it behind closed doors. They should have had a conversation first, and if James Charles weren't listening or not paying attention, then maybe make a video. But I feel like jumping straight onto YouTube, make a 43-minute video initially, maybe it wasn't the right thing after we've seen James Charles do this, but literally he hit the nail on the head, and he's done it perfectly. What he's done, it makes sense. He's came back, he's told people what actually happened, and people believe, and I believe him, I genuinely do. I'm watching this video, he's not crying through it, he's being sensible, and he's being mature and listens, you know, he's literally learned within a week everything. He really has. He's learned how to deal with everything, and he's literally made a video that is brilliant, and he says everything, and it sums everything up. He can move on now. He doesn't have to do any more videos. He can carry on doing his makeup, and he's fine now. He's made a video. Anything Tati does to come back, I don't see the point. I feel like Tati should move on, even though she might make a video, I do not know. But you know, obviously we know she made a second one before James' responses, going a bit more over her, saying she never wanted this to happen. Which, you know, I agree with Tati in some ways. You know, she never wanted James Charles to lose the sub count. You know, but he did. You knew that was going to happen. You didn't make that video. Okay, maybe she didn't know it was going to go viral, but she knew something was going to happen anyway. She knew people were going to see him in a bad light for it. You know, she said, oh, I thought everyone was going to see me in a bad light. Really? Did you think that? I'm unsure, you know. So obviously she uploaded a second one, which means James Charles was already making another one, and you saw through how he added bits in. It completely changed people's opinions of the situation. People agree with James Charles now, and I do. I feel like James Charles probably wasn't even in the wrong now, you know. Obviously, we don't know the real truth. Anything could happen, but that's what we've seen and the evidence. I believe James Charles. I feel like he was in the right, and I feel like Tati generally probably just made a video just because she was a little bit annoyed at the situation, you know. Maybe not like we see, he annoyed her in a situation, and she went straight to social media and to post it all about, you know, obviously on the Instagram and all that. And I feel like that may be a little bit out of order, really. I think like they should probably have a proper conversation. You know, he tried calling Tati and her husband, and there was no response from it. So at the end of the day, he was trying to clear the air, and she wanted none of it. So at the end of the day, it is unfair on James Charles, and I feel like he's generally not done anything wrong. Well, obviously he's done things wrong in this situation, but I don't feel like he's done enough to deserve what he got into the losing into subscribers, and obviously he's gained a lot more back, you know. You know, people may disagree with my opinion, but what I've seen most of the 41-minute video he uploaded, and I agree with what he says. I generally think he's telling truths, and I don't think he's telling a lie. You know, he said no more lies. I don't think after what's happened he would tell any more lies. I don't see any benefit for him doing that. So I feel like he's been honest, and he's accepted he's done something wrong, but he's moved on from it, and I feel like it's the best thing possible for him. And honestly, I wish him the best, and I wish Tati the best as well. I hope they can get back the friendship, you know, the mother and son type of affection they had. I think it's brilliant having that, but you know, I just hope the drama can just slide past, go over, because when you think about it, I feel like it was just a bit of a disagreement, and it's kind of just been exploded type of thing. That's what it's been. So, you know, I hope everything goes well for him now. You know, Do I think they'll be back together as they were? Probably not. I don't think you can. I feel like it's been that extreme. I'd be very shocked if it was. But you know, I wish him all the best. And I think maybe James Charles will probably come out a lot stronger than Tati. I think after this, because I feel like he was mature and he actually showed, you know, who he was in that video in the No Lies. I think he really stepped up, and I respect him. I genuinely respect him for what he did. You know, coming back from that, it must have been hard. It must have been hard. You had two approaches to it, either crumble or make it, and he made it. Do you know what I mean? You know, and now we'll see what happens. But I genuinely think he won't respond to what Tati does anymore. I think he will just move on, and it's gonna be interesting, guys. But let me know in the comments, guys, what you think as well, guys. I've got loads more videos coming, guys. Honestly, for real, I've got so many more videos. It's only just beginning. I've got collaborations on the card as well. So it's all exciting news, guys. Stay tuned, guys. And I will see you in a new flipping video. If you're new, flipping hit that button. You leave a little, oh yeah, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you in another flipping video in a bit, guys. In a bit. Peace flipping out. Peace out.